marauding gangs intent on law-breaking, or worse. Windows smashed, fire set ablaze, residents and staff in absolute fear.
Britain is witnessing the worst riot in years after the murder of 3 young girls in northwest England. The riots involving hundreds of anti-immigration protesters erupted in towns and cities across the country. False information rapidly spread on social media, claiming that the suspect in the Southport knife attack was a radical Muslim migrant. In reality, the suspect, Axel Ruda Kubana, is a 17-year-old born in Britain. Despite this, protests by anti-immigration and anti-Muslim demonstrators have continued, descending into violence, arson and looting.
People in this country have a right to be safe, and yet we've seen Muslim communities targeted, attacks on mosques, other minority communities singled out, Nazi salutes in the street, attacks on the police, wanton violence alongside racist rhetoric. So no, I won't shy away from calling it what it is: far-right thuggery.
Nothing to do with far-right, mate. It's about peace for the little girl, like the little girls. Nothing to do with far-right or EDL or nothing like that. Like I said to you, if we aren't going to make a stand, who is?
Violent disorder erupted in Liverpool, Bristol, Hull and Belfast, with scuffles breaking out and bricks and bottles thrown. In Liverpool, 2 officers were hospitalised with suspected facial fractures, while another was pushed from his motorbike and assaulted in a disorder involving some 750 protesters. At least 2 shops were vandalised and looted. Similar scenes were witnessed in Bristol, where anti-racist protesters outnumbered anti-immigration groups facing off with police in riot gear. In Belfast, businesses reported property damage with at least 1 set on fire. Hundreds of anti-immigration demonstrators in Sunderland threw stones at police near a mosque, overturned vehicles, set a car alight and started a fire near a police station.
To those who feel targeted because of the colour of your skin or your faith, I know how frightening this must be. I want you to know that this violent mob do not represent our country, and we will bring them to justice. Our police deserve our support as they tackle any and all violent disorder that flares up. Whatever the apparent cause or motivation, we make no distinction. Crime is crime, and this government will tackle it.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer, facing his first big test since his election a month ago, condemned the far right for the wave of violence and backed the police to take strong action. The last major riots in Britain occurred in 2011, when a much larger outbreak of violence took hold after police shot dead an African-American man in London. UK Home Secretary Awit Cooper warned the rioters.
Criminal violence and disorder has no place on Britain's streets. We've been clear to the police that they have our full backing in taking the strongest possible action against perpetrators, including we're making sure that there are more prosecutors, there are sufficient prison places, and also that the courts stand ready, because anyone who engages in this kind of disorder needs to be clear that they will pay the price.
Several far-right groups have been identified as the driving force behind the riots. As Britain grapples with these violent outbreaks, the need for urgent intervention becomes increasingly critical.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.